All right, it's now about 10:33 a.m., May 28, 2024. Liberty County Commissioners Workshop. Calls meeting to order. The workshop agenda topic is discuss Liberty County's current disaster debris cleanup contract. Harold, you want to?
Yeah, Nick Dragon is on there.
Okay, Nick, if you'd unmute, please, and turn on your video.
Maybe.
Yeah, ask him to unmute there. Kyle?
Oh, there we go. It just asked me to unmute and it allowed me to do so.
Okay,
So I could start the video.
It's debris monitoring with current contract. I'm not sure who the other, should be somebody from Crowder Golf.
Okay,
I'm not sure who the,
It's on the bottom of.
is that someone else? That's
there you are. Hello, Nick.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm in the field. I apologize.
That's all right. And whoever has the last three digits of your phone number, 322, if you would unmute. Kyle, you want to ask him to unmute? And turn on your video as well. Hey,
Gonzalez with Crowder Golf and Leanne Riles with Crowder Golf.
I
All
didn't
right.
get there. What was her name?
can you say your name again, please?
Valerie Gonzalez with Crowder Golf and Leanne Riles with Crowder Golf.
Okay. Can you turn on your video also?
We're in our vehicle.
Well,
Wasn't it?
your phone does work with video as well. I mean, I need to see you and hear you at the same time. That's my point.
We'll have to hang up and call back because we just used a dial-in number.
Okay. That permissible, Catherine? Okay, never mind. Just hang on there. We'll talk this way. That's fine.
Okay,
There's no action. There's no action on this
Crowder
item.
Golf's a debris removal company. And I thought y'all wanted this kind of just so y'all could kind of get to know them, Bill could get to know them.
Yeah,
I mean, kind of get together with them and figure out what we need to, a plan for the disaster or any disasters.
okay. Y'all got questions? Anybody?
Well, didn't Crowder Golf also do our last one during
Yes.
the party?
Yeah, we've had them for.
Yeah, so they're pretty familiar with,
They should be, yeah. I don't know if it's newer people, but yeah, it's a company.
Okay. Well, how about locations for debris, I guess storage or maintenance? Hey,
Sorry about that. Let me mute until I have to speak.
all right.
Yeah, the judge.
Do you have Wilbur Ledette in person?
Is here in person.
Oh,
Sit on hold.
Yeah,
come on in.
I went down the judge.
All right, come on in.
All right.
Pull up a chair. You sit right there by Catherine if you'd like.
I just see you sit in the back.
No. No, we got you now.
a man who needs two in on the phone.
Yeah, there you go.
Tell me your name, sir.
Wilbur Ledette, Deputy Director of Operations for Crowder Golf.
All right.
Okay, Judge was asking about locations when, for debris. Y'all want to talk to them about how that works? Either?
What are we asking? About where to put
Locations.
Yeah, when you start picking up debris, what are you gonna do with it?
Do you have the pre-approved DMS sites? We're gonna direct haul. I mean, that's some.
No, I mean during Harvey, y'all chose y'all's own
Yeah.
locations and set up
Okay.
where y'all just let the citizens know how y'all wanted it organized on the side of the road.
Oh, well, it's,
And-
as far as putting it on the side of the road, it's all the same thing, but you wanna put out something, who's your monitor company? Tetra Tech? Yeah, they have a flyer that it's easy to put out, they'll need to separate the white goods, vegetation, the C and D, your aggregation stuff. And,
And as far as y'all's center of bringing it to, y'all have already got that.
well, we have to look, we haven't been activated, so, and we've been waiting to get some locations on where your debris at, where the heaviest amount of debris, whether it's enough debris for DMS site or, mobile plane. That's what I need to know, I need some kind of mapping of where.
Okay, so you need to come by my office and we'll take a look at the mapping of
Yeah,
the location.
I've been riding. I mean, I spent a week or so, and then I spent some time yesterday afternoon and today.
Yeah,
And I'm not really finding big, huge pockets, so that's why I need to.
you won't until people kind of know that you're in here, you're gonna start picking things up. You just have to educate them of what we need to do, separate, because he's already getting asked where we're gonna put our debris at,
Yeah.
alongside the road.
You have to put it on the right way.
Okay,
It has-
and you guys are gonna come by and pick it up with the claw and stuff and separate, or are they gonna have
Yeah, well,
separation location?
They need to separate on the side of the road. They need to take any white goods, which is your appliances, any HHW, any household hazardous waste, if y'all decide that you want to go and pick these all up separate on the
I'm
line.
not a debris guy. I don't have a clue what we're gonna do. You gotta educate us.
All right.
We'll get the message out there to the folks and we got a monitoring company that's gonna go out and deliver it.
Yeah, Tetra Tech, we work well with Tetra Tech.
So,
But you have, your white goods have to go to a different location for bond. Your e-waste have to go, it all depends on what your final landfill will take here. And
that reflects back to us.
We don't have a landfill.
That's right, we don't.
Okay, we have collection sites, no landfills in the county. Nearest one is over in Chambers County or Harris County.
There's one in Montgomery County.
we got rid of white,
Yeah.
yeah, security on 105.
I do have a question, and I think I asked you this question already. I have quite a large, population, that lives right on the river over in the preserve area. And there's multiple individuals down the hallway looking for answers. If I understand correctly, we don't pick up on the state highways
That's,
or private property.
no, no private property unless you get a PPDR program going through FEMA for private property removal, which is a long process. It would be months down the road before you did that.
Right.
And that all depends on the amount of damage that you actually have. State roads, if you have an interlocal agreement with the DOT, then we would have to negotiate something on that, but most of the time DOT is responsible for any state road. Only thing that FEMA's gonna reimburse you on is gonna be what you maintain, which is your county road.
County roads.
Yeah. Now, they will allow, and I don't want to speak for Tetra Tech, something you'll have to speak with them about, is private roads that are accessible. A lot of times you get that approved, but gated communities are totally different. If it's got a gate that you have to go through, then usually it's out of question.
Well, in this instance, there is quite a bit of private road and land there before you even get to the gate section of the community. In other words, there's a giant, common area there in front. And I know for a fact that management company would sign off on putting the dumpsters or putting the debris there, and it could access that area.
Well, that's what they'll need to do, is they'll have to get an area that's eligible for us to pick up and bring it out to. Because we won't be able to pick it up like we're talking outside on 105.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I really don't want it on 105. I mean, that's a very, very busy highway, and it's, it is a highway.
All those roads in there, when you turn off 105, all of them's private roads.
Correct.
So that whole deal would be completely, they couldn't go down that road.
Private roads and gated.
Well,
communities.
that depends. That depends on, so when you say private road, are you meaning that it's restricted private roads, gated, guard shack, or unrestricted private roads that are maintained or within your maintained area? Because if there can be a sign that says private road, but no restriction, then FEMA basically looks at those as public right of way, because there's the Joe Public can actually access that road. They can drive on that road without having to stop at a guard shack or wait for a gate. So those are a little bit of the things that have changed over the last couple of years with some of the guidance. But if it says it's a private road, but it is non-restrictive, it is still technically treated as a right, a maintained right of way area.
Good.
That's what,
That actually answers my
Yeah.
question. So that does make it feasible for the folks that are blowing up my phone as we speak.
Yeah, and then if you look at the rest of them, let's say we'll call them gated communities for just for lack of a better term, but so those are restricted private roads. Restricted meaning there is a gate, there is a guard shack, there is something that you have to actually stop, wait, and then access these areas. That doesn't mean that they're off limits. It just means that there's some steps that have to go. You have to go through before you can actually access and pick up debris. Usually the best course of action is getting FEMA's pre-approval, but that could take some time. So if you can deem that it is in the public interest, in terms of a health and safety aspect, and we can show, basically we'll go out and do a quick survey, take some good photos of the debris that's in these areas, show just how big of an issue it is in terms of health and safety and those type of things in these gated communities. We could present that with you, present that information to you, and if you feel that it's in the best interest of the health and safety to go and remove that stuff, we can do so, and then FEMA would still or could still approve that on the back end if we can really show that there's a need for it. There's always a little bit of a risk factor in there, but sometimes you can really just see that it's really impacted. It really needs something, and we can do that ahead of time, and then get with FEMA afterwards, showing that here are the examples, here are the photos, here's the quantified debris in these areas, and we felt that it was really a need to go and remove this debris, and a lot of times they agree.
Catherine, I got a question for you. When you're saying it's say the preserve is a private subdivision, it's not a county road in there at all.
Correct.
Okay, but we do have access to go in there.
Yes, I think we would need to get with Crowder Gulf to make sure we fulfill whatever steps are required, but so long as owners allow
that would
access.
actually,
Tetra Tech, okay. So long as we go through the necessary steps that Tetra Tech requires, and these restricted areas like the preserve, we can make arrangements so that's open. I don't foresee a problem.
Yeah. So
Yeah. To add to that too, if I may. So I'm sorry, you go ahead. There's a little bit of a delay, so if I talk over you, I really apologize.
That's all right. Everybody always does it anyway. No, so Tetra Tech first for approval. Is that what you're getting, Harold? Okay, and then Crowder Gulf after the approval by Tetra Tech and the allowance by FEMA.
Well, it would be more so we'll document all of the debris, quantify the debris, and really try to show you, I want to make the best case of why we think that why health and safety is a real factor, and you may want to consider pushing it through. Then you would have to approve, since we don't have a FEMA pre-approval, because again it could take a long time to get that. You would have to approve. You definitely agree this is health and safety. Constituents are up in arms a little bit. They don't know what to do and kind of want to remove it. So once you say that you feel you have the necessary ammo, I guess, for lack of a better term, to go ahead and do so, then you can give the contractor Crowder basically approval to go in there, remove the debris. We'll still monitor it exactly the way we would normally, and then we would present that in the final documentation to FEMA, showing the photos and everything that we took ahead of time. And then they kind of make their determining factor. Then some of the FEMA pre-approvals are fairly quick. Some could take a month, 2 months, or even longer. So a lot of times you don't want to wait or have the liberty to wait that long, and then we just kind of go ahead and move forward a little bit quicker than we would have.
Okay.
Sounds like we would need a public health and safety determination from you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, a letter determining that from your health department would be optimal. Sorry, I just hit my horn. Would be optimal. That's definitely one thing that you want to show with each one of the communities. And then to touch on just a little bit, you had mentioned a gated community that have no county roads. But let's say, for instance, you have a mowing agreement with that community, or you do trash pickup with that community, those can still become eligible for your debris removal activities if we still follow the same processes. So as long as there's some kind of an MOU or something like that with that community, that you do some kind of maintenance, trash pickup, and those type of trash pickup's a big thing. If those are your actual routes, then you can actually pick up debris in those areas.
All right, a municipality. David, what do you have with Plum Grove as far as the interlocal agreement or MOU
Or we just have that little ready before we.
For roads and bridges.
for roads?
You probably want something specific to this type
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
Of activity,
Well, they had a lot of impact there.
sure.
And so their question first came out is, where do we place it? Where do we place the debris? So my answer was, like it was last time around, not on your private property.
Yes, it's got to be right away.
It's got to be on the public right of way or,
And that's what they've been doing.
okay. all
Now, we
right.
have a lot of flooding that was down 563 that is a state maintained road. How do these citizens get their debris from their homes out to be picked up? They can't.
That's gonna be something that, y'all are not discussing with the DOT, are they gonna pick it up or y'all gonna put the bill for it, or, because we have it in our contract about state roads, so we have talked to, and you would be, if you don't, well, Nick, explain to them about, the different DOT and the county roads, who would be responsible.
For DOT roads. So there's two ways to go about it. Usually DOT has their, and it's all jurisdictional, but usually DOT has their own contract. Sometimes with a different contractor, sometimes with a different monitoring firm. So that usually they'll go about it that way. And then once DOT has done their own collection and there's still debris remaining, then they can basically release it to you saying that we've collected everything that we're going to collect, say on a first pass, and then technically becomes eligible debris for you guys to remove in a, let's say a quasi second pass. Or you can have an MOU with them stating that, maybe it's not a large enough event for TxDOT to activate their contract, and they want to just enter in an MOU and allow, since you're going to activate, allow you guys to remove that debris also. So that's another thing that you could do. But there would definitely have to be some documentation to be in place to do so. It's not a difficult process, and it's usually not a lengthy one. But and I can get you some examples of some of that stuff if you'd like. I can email it to you.
Maybe it's something we need to consider getting an MOU with TxDOT.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you haven't think of? Bill?
We have contracts with y'all, but you said something about being activated. Do you have to have something in writing from?
A notice to proceed goes to our office to say that we want to activate.
Okay, it needs to be in writing.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that will need Commissioner's Court approval, so we'll need to set that up.
We can set a special meeting.
Quick question, how many homes do we verify that's impacted that, had?
Well, really, the water hadn't gone down enough
I
to
still
verify
have
anything.
Underwater. Okay, so we're not, okay, so we're
still dealing with numbers.
still a ways off of,
Yes.
before we know what we got here.
So there might be 20,000. There might be 50,000. I don't know. Total homes.
Homes?
I know we got 50,000 homes in Liberty County. Okay.
Get started. Get a
Few days, once we come up with a plan and figure out what we're gonna do and assess and see where he's at, how many trucks we're gonna need, and, the main thing is the debris gotta come out before we can do anything.
Yeah.
If there's no debris, then we're just sitting here and it's costing y'all money to have the monitor companies and stuff.
I would like a written list of what you need for us to get done before y'all can start work. So we can get done.
That would help a lot.
Yeah.
Sure would.
That would help us a lot.
Bill, do we have anything we can put out in public that says, place your trash here?
We don't have anything in place
Okay,
yet.
we need that.
Yeah.
I have something that I could send you guys for approval if you like. So we created it's a couple years old or so, but I mean, it's straight to the point. It basically shows where the right of way is. And it shows how to segregate your debris from, construction demolition to vegetative debris, white goods, which is appliances, e-waste, and all the way down to HHW. I could pull a copy of that and email it to you guys so you can take a look. And then generally we'll send that to people. And to municipalities, and they'll send it right out to the public and, Twitter or whatever outlet they choose to use. But I definitely have some created already. I can pull pretty quickly and send over to you.
Good. If you can send that to Mr. C, Harold C, he is over, your contract, right now.
Yes, sir.
And he can
Yep,
disseminate all this. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. I'll send it over here as soon as we get off.
Good.
How long would it take you to get a list of things that you need from us before you can get started?
We get you something right today, tomorrow,
Because we need that.
Really, all we need from y'all is a notice to proceed.
I wanted it specific, but written down.
Yeah,
What we need to.
well, basically notice to proceed, and then we come in, we start assessing, and, but until your water goes down, and until the debris is out to the road,
You're sitting there.
we can't pick up the debris, it's not there, just.
Yeah, I still got folks that can't get into their house.
I mean, what are we anticipating the water to be down to where everybody's got a good idea of what we actually have here?
Yeah, up in the north part of the county, you'll be able to start.
On my end of the county, the water has receded and most of those people have made access back to their homes. Not saying they're back inside their homes, but they were able to get to them.
Yeah.
Within the next
Livable or
week.
not, another story.
I'm just trying to get it, an idea, get my head wrapped around what
We are too.
y'all have. Now, are we talking the majority's house on the river now on stilts? Or they're
A lot of them
on
are,
foundation?
there's a lot of them on stilts.
Yeah, because we want to make sure when we start, we bring the right amount of resources. Don't want to bring enough, don't want to bring way too many,
Mhm.
I would suggest a soft start.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, and that's what we'll do. If we've got some areas that are ready and, we know that they're,
right,
how long has the water been down in your area where they've been in there?
A few days, less than a week.
but Harold, I don't even know what the contract says, if these guys got to do, I've got to actually get with them and find out the requirements of FEMA. What FEMA's gonna require from these guys as well.
That's gonna be,
Yeah, I know.
they can do something.
All right. Well, I guess Nick, get us the plan on where to place the debris and how to segregate the debris. We can get
Yes,
that
sir.
sent out to the public so they'll know for sure how you like to see it picked, but where you can pick it up. And then, Harold, what else you need that you can think of? Pretty much it.
Whatever they send me, I'll forward on to all y'all.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll let you know, because I really, the only thing we need to get started too is just an NTP. It can be formal in a letter, or it can just be an email saying, consider this your notice to proceed and start, with whatever the case is. So we basically will follow suit with Crowder. We'll assist with, we can assist with damage assessments, that type of thing. And then we'll staff according to the assets that they bring to do the cleanup, generally one monitor per loading device, a couple at each of the DMS sites, that type of thing. So our staffing will work in tandem with their equipment counts and that type of thing. But that's all we really need to get started. I can send you the segregation deal here in the next 10 minutes or so, and then we can kind of play things accordingly.
Good. I think Catherine, as far as municipalities are concerned, Dayton picks their own up, Liberty picks their own up, but they didn't really have any big impacts there.
Yeah.
Cleveland probably does. David, you know more than I do. Greg would.
And if we're going to do that for any of those municipalities, we're gonna need some sort of interlocal agreement.
Okay.
With each one.
Okay. Y'all need to let us know which ones that she needs to write it.
We had, ones at the Tinge Road and Bridge, maintenance, but nothing like this.
Yeah, like I said, that's, Nick might can help you, with you might need on that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And any of the private subdivisions as well.
So,
Any of the private subdivisions as well.
yeah, those will be a little bit different, because they're not a governmental agency.
Mhm.
But we'll want to make sure that we have contact information. I do think even though they're private subdivisions, there's a clear public health and safety issue.
Right.
Which can be easily determined by the court as a whole for us to go down there and pick up debris.
Okay.
Leanne, are you still on, your battery still on?
Can't really Yes, I'm here.
All
I'm here, Wilbur.
right, can one of y'all send a template for notice to proceed over so they'll know
Yes.
what they need to get signed and get back to us?
Absolutely. We'll be on it right now.
Thank you.
Good. All right, we have a plan. Anybody else got anything?
Yep.
Nope. Greg,
I'm gonna go sit with this gentleman right here and see if we can figure it out.
I bet y'all can. Yeah, because he knows all the areas.
We'll come up with a plan, and, we'll get back together.
Good, good deal. Thank you. All right. We're already dismissed.